welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about stretching. I'm going to be going over things among like breathing techniques, how to stretch out your core, and just different stretches for different parts of your body. Before I start, I want to talk about why stretching is important for you. It's really, really good for your muscles and for your tendons, and it'll definitely help decrease injury further on in the future for you. And it also helps with the mind and body connection, and it's definitely just an inner peace meditation. The thing I want to address is how to breathe through your stretching, and this applies to how you go about your life, how you do your exercises, all kinds of stuff. Your breathing techniques should be, well, they should be good for you. And last thing I want you guys to do before you stretch is just clear your mind. This is your time. Take like 10-15 minutes to start. Turn off your phone, turn off your computers, turn off your tablets, whatever it is that's distracting you, put it away and just give this time to yourself and stretch and feel the motions and just let your body and your mind relax. The first stretch I'm going to go into is a full body stretch, and we're going to start with reaching our arms up towards the sky, breathing in deep, expanding our lungs. You want to give yourself like 5, 6, 7 deep breaths. You're going to feel this in your spine, in your ribs, in your lower back. Then you're going to swoop it down and just let your body hang. Some people are going to go lower than others. Some people are not going to be as flexible as others. Just go at your pace, go at your flexibility, and over time it always gets better. Just keep your feet about shoulder width apart. Feel the stretch in your glutes, feel it in your hamstrings. And when you relax your body down, feel it in your lower back. Let your head just relax. Shake your hair out if you have hair. Just relax in this pose. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to walk ourselves forward. You want to keep a pretty flat back. You don't want to arch it in any way, so you don't want to be arched while walking or any sort of weird way. Just keep your back pretty flat. And you're going to be stretching out your calves. And as you get down into the downward dog, you're going to feel a stretch in your lats. So we're just going to walk it forward, walk it slow. Take those deep breaths. When you get here, you're just going to feel this stretch in your lats. And this is downward dog. You really want to drive your heels down into the ground. Get them down there, stretch out those calves. And then we're just going to walk it on back up. When we come back up, we're going to reach all the way back up to the top. Feel that stretch in our lungs and give it about 5 to 7 deep breaths. The next stretches I'm going to go over are your saddle stretches. You're going to do them 2 times. You're going to do one standing, and then we're going to sit on the ground, and we're going to do it sitting. So with this stretch, you're going to get your legs a little bit further than shoulder width apart. And we're going to reach up towards the sky, swoop back down, and right into the center. This stretch is really good for opening up your hips, opening up your glutes, getting the stretch in your hamstrings, and for your lower back. And then we do one more variation of this while standing. You open up just a little bit wider than you would normally, and let yourself hang down. This gets you an even deeper stretch in your inner thighs. And if this isn't enough stretch for you, you can reach your hands back through your legs and really get that hip opener. And then we're gonna go down into a sitting straddle. Before we straddle, we're gonna start off with a pike. Your pike stretch is gonna have your feet parallel, straight in front of you, and you're just gonna stretch down. You can keep your head up if you'd like, or if you would like a stretch in that upper spine, you can lay your head down. Then we're gonna open up to a medium straddle. This should come just if you were to put your arms out in a diagonal towards you. You should lay right on your legs. And we're gonna do 3 different stretches for this. We're gonna go center, to the left side, and to the right side. And make sure you're still doing those deep, long inhales and exhales. Now we're gonna do the left side and the right side. This stretch, specifically going to your sides, is really great for this back muscle back here, your lower back. It really helps stretch out the connection between your lower back and your glutes. And then we'll switch. This stretch is really good if you have any sort of lower back pain or you sit a lot throughout the day. This just helps round this section of your back here that you normally don't get to stretch out. And then we go for an even bigger straddle just for that deeper inner thigh stretch. So this one, kind of just want to push yourself into it, get it as deep of a stretch as you can. You don't really have to be focused on how far you're going to go out, but just feeling and breathing in this stretch is what's important. All right, the next full body stretch that I do is a lunge stretch. I'm gonna show you guys one side of how to do it, and then you guys should just be able to flip sides and be able to do it that way. So I'm gonna do my left leg forward. When you step into your lunge, you want your front leg to be at a 90-degree angle so that you're not overarching, you're not underarching. You should just be knee over ankle. So with this, you want your hip to feel a little bit more open. So you don't want to be too knee over chest. You want to have it out just a little bit further so you can get this good hip opener, good glute stretch. And you want to keep this back foot flexed at all times. You don't want to point it at any point so that you're on your toes. You want to just keep your toes flexed. The goal of this stretch is to get this back leg as straight, parallel as you can. You don't want it to be too bent. You don't want it to be too hyperextended up. You just want it to be straight, parallel with your body. And then from there, we drop our leg. We're gonna keep this back foot still flexed. And what this stretch does is it stretches out this front area of your body. It stretches out your core, stretches out your hips, stretches out your quads. And you get that deep stretch. You can just lunge it on forward. Make sure you keep this leg still pushed out, knees out. Let that hip open. Let these hips move further away from each other. And just let yourself relax in this stretch. Next, to lengthen your core, we're gonna reach our arms up. We're gonna breathe 5 to 7 breaths in this stretch. Let that core just lengthen as much as you can. Keep your hips open. twist. You're gonna twist to this side. You're gonna twist to your other side. And then we're gonna do your warrior to a windmill. So this is a warrior pose. This is it on your knees, but you can do it standing. And then your windmill, you're just gonna stretch up. And this is great for your shoulders, your chest, keeps your hips even wider than they are normally. And then you switch and you get a really good stretch in your spleen. And then for safe measures, sometimes I just pop right back up into my lunge that I started off in. I feel this stretch, see if I can get it a little bit deeper, see if I can get that back leg a little bit straighter. And then I push myself on up. And then you would just repeat that on the other leg. The next stretch that I want to go over is going to be for your chest. I know that I get extremely tight in my chest after doing chest days to the point where it affects my back, affects my traps, affects my biceps, my traps, affects my whole entire upper body. So I'm going to show you guys this one. It's called the scorpion. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay on the floor, chest down. You're gonna put your arms to your sides like they're wings, and you can decide to start with whichever arm you'd like to. I'm gonna start with my right arm. So what we're gonna do is you're going to lean back on this arm, grab this left leg here, wrap it behind you, and then use your opposing arm and push up against it so that you can get a deep stretch in that chest. If this isn't deep enough for you or you want something different, you can move this arm up and down. You can move your arm that you're stretching up and down in the stretch so you can feel it in different spots of your chest and your shoulder. And the next stretch that I'm going to show you guys to do is going to be great for your core, for lengthening out your spine, and that is the seal stretch. Here you'll start on your stomach, arms on your sides bent, and what we're gonna do is you're just gonna lift your chest up towards the sky. And this stretch is great to do for at least 10 to 15 breaths with those deep inhales and those deep exhales. From there, you can go into the baby's pose, child's pose. And this will help stretch out your shoulders, your lats, even helps give you a good little push in your glutes. And lastly, one of my favorite stretches to do for my legs, since I did have a couple knee injuries recently, is to do a quad stretch. And I do that either up against a wall or a railing or anything that's just straight up and down for me. And I just do the quad stretches. But what I do is I press my hip into the wall and press my ankle into my butt. So you're getting that deep stretch in your knees and not just in your quads. All right, so that's roughly my stretching routine. I do this just about every single day. It does take me like 25, maybe 30 minutes sometimes. Just depends on how my day's going and how bad I really need just me time. You know, if you're thinking about stretching or adding this into your routine, start slow. You know, you don't have to ever be drastic with the choices that you make. Start with 10 minutes, start with 15 minutes, with whatever makes you comfortable. Thank you guys for watching this episode of my bikini prep vlog. We'll be adding more videos here very soon. We did just come back from a music festival, so you guys will get a fun recap of that, how I did that music festival on my prep, and furthermore. Thank you guys so much again. Like and subscribe, and I will link down a few different links for you guys in my description, like great playlists to stretch to, different links of more stretches you guys could possibly do or learn, and also a few things on like yoga, all different kinds of things like that. All right guys, I'll see you next time.